Hi. So we have a big unhaul. I'm back at my parents' and clearing out my bookshelves that I have here. So I have two bookshelves here. I have one over here, which is hidden by puzzles, and one over here, which is hidden by boxes. My room is used as the storage room for my mum's shop, so the bookshelves are slightly harder to get to. So I have got to the bookshelves. I have gone through all the books on there because some of these books I've had for many years. Go back many years, and I've gone through and I have many books to get rid of, to find new homes for, to pass along, and to leave my house. So there is quite a few of them, so I'll just run through very quickly the books that I'm getting rid of. Pretty much all of these books I have read. I've read them, I've enjoyed them, and my tastes have changed. I don't think I will ever reread them. They were fun. When I read them, I probably gave them like 4 stars. And I liked them, but there is no future for them because I will not reread them and my tastes have changed since then. So I do still have many books here, which hopefully one day will be in a collective collection with the rest of my books, because I would want them all to be together at some point. I would love for them all to like join forces and be together, but these ones I don't think will be joining forces and they will not be staying. I have a pile here of YA duologies. I have Wolf for Wolf and Blood for Blood by Rhiannon Gordon. Enjoyed these. Duology with an alternate history where Hitler won. Enjoyed them. They were fun, but I don't see myself rereading them, so I think they can go on their way to somebody else. The same can be said for Carve the Mark and The Fates Divide by Veronica Roth. Again, enjoyed them, but I cannot see myself rereading these. This one is like a nice sprayed edged edition. I don't think it's signed, but the edges were sprayed. I enjoyed these, but I've already unhauled Divergent, that series. That was unhauled, I think, the last time I was here, so these books can now go as well. I have The Crown's Game and The Crown's Fate, again another YA duology. I think this was sort of a bit like Grisha, and that there was magic and a sort of Russian inspired setting. So these again, enjoyed, fun, won't reread. And I think this is the final duology, King of Scars and Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo. So I'm planning to keep the rest of my Leigh Bardugo books. So I have like the Six of Crows duology and the Shadow and Bone series, but I didn't really enjoy these. These are like the prettiest ones in that series. Like, these are the only ones I have in hardback. They are really pretty. Like, the editions of them are very pretty with like this on them, but I didn't really enjoy these, so it's just pointless in me keeping it, because however much I enjoyed the first like few books in the Grishaverse, I didn't enjoy this duology, so what is the point of me keeping this duology, because I didn't like it. Other YA trilogies that I've outgrown, I have the Snow Like Ashes trilogy by Sarah Rash. Again, I think I really enjoyed this trilogy. I read the whole thing, really liked it, and I think I was probably reading them as they were coming out because I've got them in hardback. I don't think I really see people talking about this, but I enjoyed these. These were fun. Probably quite cliche YA fantasy series when I think back on it. Like, I don't know if these really did anything original, but when I read them, I enjoyed them. I also have the Scythe series by Neil Schusterman, Scythe, Thunderhead and The Toll. Again, I really liked these. I did really like these ones, but I don't think I'm going to reread them. I really don't think I will reread these. So I think these have to go. I think they do, because I'm never going to reread them and they might as well go to somebody else. The same for the 3 Dark Crowns series. So I've got all 5 of them here. So, but actually this is the easiest way of showing it. 3 Dark Crowns, 1 Dark Throne, 2 Dark Reigns, 5 Dark Fates and Queens of Fenburn. So all of them, the first one being an ARC edition, and then the next ones all being the finished paperbacks. So it just, I'm not going to reread these. These were fun. They were fun, but I don't need them because I'm not going to reread them. And it's the same old story, exactly the same old story for the Renegades series. This one is very dusty. Renegades, Supernova and Arch Enemies. I think that's the wrong way around, but yeah, this series, I can't see myself rereading it. I have really liked Marissa Meyer, and I have still kept the Lunar Chronicles by her, which I really enjoyed. I think I enjoyed the Lunar Chronicles more than this. So the Lunar Chronicles is currently staying, but I don't think I need these. I have the Everlasting Rose, which is the second book in the Bells series by Danielle Clayton. The Bells I really liked. I really liked Bells. I've kept that, and it's really pretty. This book was just no, it was just a no. So it can go. A very pretty book, which I really enjoyed when I read it, and then I just never ended up picking up the sequels, and that was 1,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray. I really love the covers in this series. So like this cover, the cover of the second and third book, very pretty, but I don't think I would reread this now to continue on with the series. But it was fun and enjoyable when I read it, but it's not going to get reread now. Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I think this is the only one that I still have remaining. Like, I think I unhauled the other ones. I might have got like Gemina from the library, and Obsidio I definitely had the paperback at some point, but I don't know where that is. Must have gone at some point or other. But this I will not be like rereading. I have some French books. This one I've not read, Boule de Suif by Maupassant. I think I got this to read in school, and then maybe I just never read it. Maybe I just read the Spark Notes. I can't remember. At least I don't think I ever read this. It looks like it's not been read. So I don't think I've read this one. And I don't think I would read this one now. I have Fascination, which is Twilight, quite obviously, in French. And this one, I think, I don't know if I read it all, but I read definitely some of it. I think this was at the time where I was trying to like find books in French that I'd already read in English that I knew well. So I've got quite a few like Harry Potters in French, which I am keeping, but I don't feel like I need Twilight in French. Same way. This one, I don't think I have read it in English, but 50 Shades of Grey in French. And again, I think I got like 150 pages into this one, never finished it. I don't think I've ever read this in English. I don't even know why I got it in French. Maybe I just thought it would be very easy to read in French. There's that. Or maybe I just wanted to learn some interesting vocabulary. Okay, I have some thrillers, which isn't really my genre and not something that I read a lot of, but I have Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. I've kept Gone Girl. Gone Girl I really liked. This one I enjoyed, but I don't think I'd ever reread it. I don't know if I'd reread Gone Girl, but I feel like I have a soft spot for that one. Maybe because it was like one of my first thrillers and I really enjoyed it, whereas this one I don't have that connection with so much. The Girl in 6E by A.R. Torre. Again, I enjoyed this, but I'm not going to reread it. And The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. Don't think I will reread. Book on Origami, anybody? 100 must-read fantasy novels, which is probably very out of date because it was published in 2009. So your fantasy book had to be published before 2009 to be in this one. I do wonder like what's actually going to be in here, and I feel like my stepdad might end up just taking this one and reading through it, but I guess it's got some classics in it. Classic fantasy. I think I remember looking through this like a few years ago and realising there was like no black authors in here. If there were, it was like 2 out of the 100, and there weren't that many women in it either. And The Rough Guide to Classic Novels, or maybe it was this one that I went through and was like, these is very white men, but I don't feel like I need these. I don't think I need a rough guide to reading anymore. I have a book on the Cold War. I like history, but I don't need a book on the Cold War. I have the After series by Todd, which I did read. I think I binged it, the whole thing. It was very addictive, but I'm not going to reread it. So that can now go. And I've got another pile, but it's too far away to reach it. And we have one I've not read, The Iron King by Maurice Druon. I think it was marketed as this is the original Game of Thrones, but I think I struggled to get into it. I think I started this, never got into it, and that was that. So I have The Binding by Bridget Collins. It was fine. This was the definition of average in a book, I would say. Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I loved this. I really loved this when I read it, but that was like in 2014, so a very long time ago, and I will not reread this, and I don't think I would have the same experience with it if I read it now. The Catcher in the Rye, probably got for school. The Sword in the Stone, don't know what it was doing here. To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo, again enjoyed, don't think I'll reread. Shamanka by Jeanne Willis, and I think I really like this, but I mean, it looks really interesting as well. Like, I have very vague memories of this, but I don't think I would reread this one now. And then I have The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness. I'm keeping like all the rest of my Patrick Ness books. So I have the Chaos Walking trilogy, I have More Than This, I have Monster Calls, and then I have The Rest of Us Just Live Here. And this one, I have like a nice sprayed edged edition. It is signed, and it's my least favourite out of all of the Patrick Ness that I own. This one has not stayed with me at all. I think it was quite fine. It didn't have the same impact as the rest of his books, so I don't really need it. So I think it has to go, despite it being the edition that actually is the nicest out of them, because the editions I have, all the others are just standard editions. So it can go. A couple of graphic novels. I have Nimona by Noelle Stevenson. And I have Mouse by Art Spiegelman. I think these are both fine, but I don't think I will be reading graphic novels. They're not really my thing. I have Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I don't need this. Oh, I've got a bookmark in it. I just don't need it. I just don't need it. It's not needed. And I have the Owl Crate edition of P.S. I Like You by Casey West. I don't know how this differs from like the normal edition, because my library basically had like loads of Owl Crate books back in like 2015, 2016, 2017, 2016 it must have been, and they were selling them for £1, so I got a few of them. This was one of them. I enjoyed this, but I don't know in 2016 how different the editions really were, apart from them being like signed in a book box. So it's got the signature, but I don't know if it actually like had a different cover. I don't think it does, but this one. So there we go. There is my unhaul of books that I've had for many, many years that I am now moving on from, leaving behind and unhauling. So there's quite a few of them there that are going to be making their way to somebody else. So in total that is 50 books. Or 50. It was more than 50. I made sure I got to 50. I was like really close. I was in the 40s. I was like, you need to find another few more books to unhaul here, Abby, because you can't just like unhaul 44 books. Like, make it 50, make it a round number. And then I think I got to like 52. So 50 books are leaving my household, which feels like an accomplishment. Like, it's good. They need to go. It's quite a big book unhaul. It's a big book unhaul. And I feel quite accomplished and proud of myself for being able to get rid of that many books and not feeling too attached to them. I hope this encourages you to go back through your childhood bookshelves and get rid of any books that have been languishing on them for too long. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my future videos. Bye!